And thank you for choosing Graps TV and The Sicko Show. I'm your host, the Matty Man. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh boy, what a day, what a day, what a day, what a day, what a day. We're just getting into the show here in just a couple of minutes here. I jumped on a couple of minutes early just to make sure everything was good and, we're kicking around. Everybody's having a good time. Looks like we got a relatively good Monday Night Raw tonight. We're going to have Sheamus and maybe a revisit with Imperium and so on and so forth. We're going to have a six-man. Actually, we're going to have three tag teams in there. New Day, the New Viking Crew, and, of course, Dragon Lee and his crowd, LWO. And it looks like it's going to be a relatively good match. A fatal three-way match for a tag team title shot. At least it's something that's reasonably innovative, and I'm digging on it right now. So we're going to get in here and we're going to watch the show tonight. We're going to go through it. You're going to get my live reactions, the whole 9 yards. I do have an announcement to make before the show kicks in, and I can do it in 20 seconds or less. It is official. I'm happy. Freshen Up Energy and Cosmic Snacks are official partners now. We have a deal in principle, agreement in principle, if you will. So they're going to be sponsoring the show for the foreseeable future. They're also going to be sponsoring a few other endeavors that I have, and I'll tell you about those once we get everything put together. They're going to be sponsoring our television station. That's right. We're going to have a television station live and in living color. You're going to be able to see us on your television screen. It's amazing. I'm enjoying the journey. That's the best way I can put it. The journey has been fun. It has been way more than usual fun. And now the show is just now kicking on for me here. We're getting the intro. But yeah, we've agreed to a deal in principle, so you're going to hear me speaking on them, 2-3 times a show. There's going to be a few commercials out here and there, and we're going to be working them ourselves and so on and so forth. The fact of the matter is, Cosmic Snacks is a very good product for relaxation. So as I say every show now, if you want to relax, it's Cosmic Snacks. But when you're wanting to feel synergy, they're kicking it out right now. But when you're wanting to feel synergy, it's Freshen Up Energy. That's all I'm going to say, kicking the show off. We got our entrance here. They are bringing, once again, the crown jewel belt of all belts, or title of all titles, or strap of all straps, whatever we're calling it. Oh, my goodness. They're getting it into the back entrance there. Of course, our guards. Now we've got Liv, Dom, and Judgment Day making their way in. Dom is going to fight a former world champion. Some people have let the cat out of the bag. I will not. If you haven't seen it and you haven't been on Twitter all day, I'm not going to spoil it for you. We got Seth freaking Rollins, making his way in from the service entrance. Oh, let's see who else we've got coming in here. And we've got Joe and Wade sitting there commentary. Of course, we knew that was coming too. And we are live from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Chocolate capital of the East Coast, probably the world, but who knows. And you know what? Not going to lie, have myself a Hershey bar every once in a while. All right. They're doing a recap, of course, of Jey Uso and Braun Breaker in the title match last week. I got a couple of thoughts on that one. I think that when you had the conversation a lot about short title reigns versus long title reigns, I was just having this conversation with somebody earlier today. The Attitude Era, when they were just flipping the belts around on everybody, kept merch sales way through the roof. So I think there's something to be said for that. Now, I realize I'm in a different stratosphere of thought when it comes to that for these days because I still like the old school stuff. I'm not gonna lie, like the old school stuff a lot. It is amazing though when I went back and looked up some of the merch sales from the late '90s during the Attitude Era going into 2000. They were off the chain. I mean, John Cena was still running the show and all. Don't get me wrong, but the merch sales then compared to now, and I'm talking about quantity. I'm not talking about money because there's not much difference in the cost of merch from then to now. The merch sales were almost 2 to 1 in that environment as opposed to how they're doing it now with the long-term long title reigns. It's definitely different. I mean, it's not night and day, but I'm going to say there's probably a 20% disparity between the two. And it's something people ought to take a look at while we're sitting here deciding who needs to hold a title for, like, in dog years, what, forever? So on and so forth. But there's nothing wrong with that. But now they're highlighting a little bit of the Fatu and Braun Breaker. They'll get to that part here in a minute for the stare down. Quite frankly, I thought that was a story, and everybody else ran with it as well. But I was kind of ahead on that one. I thought it was the story to begin with. I don't know how a Braun Breaker Jacob Fatu match is going to look like exactly at this moment. But I can tell you one thing, it's definitely going to be different. So give me about 2 more seconds here. I'm trying to get everything up and running. That way I don't miss anybody because you know me, I don't want to miss the chats. I know, Catherine. Jay's daddy is mad lost. I agree with you on that. I saw the whole interview thing. It was interesting. That's honestly the best way I could say it to be real, so to speak. So let's see what we got going on over here. Alrighty. Just making sure I got everything lined up here so I can see people when they're coming and going. Everywhere, like, comment, share. Let's get the word out. All right, we got the Eat Meister himself here, Jay Uso, getting the crowd hyped up in the background. Obviously, we're going to have a promo to kick the show off, and it turns out I think Jay Uso drew the long straw on this one. Yeah, I got to give it a little bit of a eat. You know what? Like I said, I enjoy. A lot of people got me tagged wrong. I enjoy the content of WWE. I don't necessarily enjoy the business practices, but I enjoy the content. They do put on some pretty funny content most days. Some days it drags, some days it doesn't drag. Hopefully, this is going to be one of those days where it doesn't drag. Live out of Hershey, Pennsylvania, we got Jay Uso opening up the show. We got everybody eating like mad fools, and it's cool because they're having fun. That's fine with me. Let's see what we got here. Got a feeling Jay's going to get up and explain himself from last week. You know, kind of see that one coming a mile away. What do y'all think about this evolution thing? I mean, I'm kind of curious about that for all the viewers. If y'all want to drop a chat or something like that, tell me what you think about the women's evolution. Apparently, they're doing that today, and Raw is on a tape delay as well. So I'm not exactly sure how crazy and hyped the fans are going to be for this because it looks to me like they're pulling 4.5 hours of showtime. So let's see what we got here. Let's see here. Give me about 2 seconds here. Okay. Let's see here. Give me 2 more seconds, guys, while he's warming up the band. You know what? I'm going to warm up the band my damn self here. All right, we're still getting Jey Uso around to the ring here. We're trying to get a mic in his hand, obviously. There we go. We're getting up there. We got 8 people in the building now. I'm happy about that. Happy to see that. Hoping business picks up. Like, comment, share. You know, I see a lot of people watching the World Series tonight. This might be a problem. All right, let's hear what. All right, let's see what Jay's got to say here. All right, Oos. Yep. We're up to 12. Hey, we're picking it up now. Good job. Thank you. Thank you for everybody joining. Had to go retaliate. Uh-oh, he's calling somebody out. I don't know if it's Jimmy or Solo. Yep, here come the gym master. See here, we got Jimmy Uso coming down. Hey, we're up to 15. We're starting to pick it up. Shout out to everybody. Well, Catherine, you ain't going to miss a damn thing today, are you? That's dedication right there now. Let's see what we got here. Got one more I'm going to get out there, and then I'm ready to roll. I'm just waiting until they get started on this. I don't know if this breaks out into a fight or what. There we go. You know what I would like to see, though, is I would like to see the Usos rejoin and, and actually build this tag team. Uh-huh. Man to man. Uh-oh. Yep. There we go. Uh-oh. 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 Talking about 6 months ago. You know what, Catherine? I think there is hope for the tag team division. Motor City Machine Guns is a start in the right direction, at least for SmackDown, to have legitimate, actual tag teams and not just a couple of guys or a couple of gals they threw together to make something. Yeah, I mean, like Motor City Machine Guns tag team specialists. They, yep. I mean, I don't know, Catherine. I don't know. I'd like to feel like if we get the Usos back together, you got Motor City Machine Guns, New Day. I'm not exactly sure how long this Creed Brothers Made in the USA thing's going to last, but you know, if it lasts into another 6 months or so, I think if you pull the Creed Brothers out of Made in America, whatever they're calling it right now, Um, you'd have 4 legitimate tag teams, and you could build on that. Uh oh. Okay. There you go. Hey, there you go. I do like I like the direction of this. I think the message is pretty clear there. Jay just wants to get his tag team back together. I don't think he's that much interested in the bloodline stuff anymore. I mean, seriously, can you blame him though? We're what? We're heading towards year 5 of this. Trying to figure all this stuff out here. That they are actually putting together a complex promo. They actually put together a complex promo for this one. Oh, and here comes the Timu bloodline, the Gorillas of Destiny, or whatever they're calling them right now. Live and in living color in the ring, and we've got a yeet down, or a beat down, or. Okay, activated Jacob Fatu. This could be scary. Jacob's going to turn it up to a full 5%. Now, that I did. I listened to the Rikishi thing because I figured he was going to have a lot more vitriol for the whole scenario. I was kind of happy that he took it kind of light and talked about it from a business standpoint. But I will tell you this right now, he nailed Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is an absolute beast. Jacob is an absolute beast. I watched him in MLW, and I watched his promos. Jacob Fatu is an absolute beast. I just wish they would present him a little bit differently than this wild, raging Samoan, because he worked really good on his own. Uh-oh. Now, the question is, does Braun Breaker come in and make the save? That's the question I got. I don't know about y'all, but that's the first thing that comes to my mind right now. Do we get Braun Breaker? Ooh! And here we go with a super kick showdown. And, oh, Jacob just ate that super kick. And I think he ate those two as well. But, I mean, he's out of the ring. You know what? I'm usually not a fan of opening up with promos. But at least this one was complex enough. Now, if they can get it shut down here and, I don't know. Wow, we've got 15 minutes, 17 minutes gone out of the show already. I gotta say, though, one of these things that I am serious about here, that was actually a decent promo. I gotta give him credit for that one. It was complex. The run-ins were clean. Everything was looking good there. Shout out to Jacob Fatu pulling one off again. I mean, at some point in time, they got to turn that guy loose. I mean, that's just all there is to it. At some point in time, they've got to turn Jacob Fatu loose. And if they get Jacob Fatu turned loose, that might actually be a problem. And I say that with all respect to every other division out there, every other promotion out there. That might be something right there that, yeah, I could get with that. I could get with a full. If they let him go out at 50%, I'll take 50, because I realize he can't go 100. Now, there's a big difference in how to say this. There's a big difference in styles between WWE and the rest of the wrestling world. Now there are a couple that emulate WWE with the hard cam and stuff like that. They try to emulate the hard cam part of it into their show, and the wrestlers try to work a hard cam, so they can be prepared in case that moment comes. But for the most part, every other promotion out there, maybe TNA being the exception now, but they go out there and they freestyle it, and whatever happens, happens. And 9 times out of 10, I say 9 times out of 10, because I've seen some janky indie matches too. But 9 times out of 10, they wind up making magic doing it that way. Jacob Fatu cut a promo out in the middle of a parking lot. It's like, wow, I found a dumpster. Let me cut a promo there. And it worked. It totally worked. When Jacob was coming to WWE, I was like, man, I hope they bought all of Jacob Fatu. Not just the big dude that they want to get. Maybe they bought the whole package. So far, and I see it in the tweets too. A lot of people aren't that impressed with Jacob Fatu because, quite frankly, I don't think anybody. I won't say anybody. I will say a good 95% of WWE fans and viewers have never watched MLW. Never. I will just bet my life on that and various appendages. So, I mean, if they turned him loose, I'll take half. I'm not greedy. I'll take half of it. If you give him half speed from MLW. And then somebody was posting earlier today, is like, do you think that the Gulia and Stephanie Bakur tag team thing is going to be a staple? It's got to be a staple. They're the only two. Well, now with what in the world are they calling it, lady Valeria or something like that? You know, with her in there, those three can only right now work with each other. You can't turn them loose with WWE developmental women. They will rip them a new one by accident. So I mean, they're about the only three that can work for it. Delta is how I know her. Those three can just about only work with each other right now because they're not ready to be like singles competitors on the developmental, and frankly, they're not ready to be singles competitors on the main roster. The only person in the building there that can hang with any of them would be Rhea Ripley because of her background. Her background comes from the same thing as Delta does. So the only one right now currently in WWE and all the systems that can deal with any of those three is Rhea Ripley. And that's if she remembers how to chain wrestle, if she remembers how to work all that stuff. Because, 5, 6, 7 years of doing something a certain way, it's hard to shake that off. I'm not complaining by any manner, and I'm not making fun of anybody by any manner. I'm just calling it like it is. So we've got a recap from, I think, what was this, WrestleMania? There we go. Yeah, yeah, they had a recap from back in WrestleMania, so on and so forth. But no, Catherine, I think there is hope for the tag team division. The question is not just WWE either. I mean, we can't narrow it down to WWE. AEW doesn't have a very well defined tag team structure, and the Young Bucks are choking the belt out. So I mean, we can't really just narrow it down to a WWE problem. I've seen problems in TNA. Ah, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's across wrestling in general. What's up, Yvonne Evans? What's up, Evans? All right, who said that Daddy Dom was going to be facing Goldberg? Dominic's going to go out there by himself, and yeah, and everybody's jacking him up like, you got this, you got this. For his sake, I hope he does have it. Now, I will say this: he's been showing out a little bit in the ring. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how I'm ready for Dom to do anything yet. We got Ludwig Kaiser in the ring now, and we're waiting on Sheamus because they have approximately 30 other dudes that you don't see on television that much, but we're going to get this one. Not that I'm complaining, I'm just pointing out some stuff here. I'm not shitting on the product. I'm not calling it out. I'm just pointing some stuff out. We're at 24 viewers right now. That's what I'm talking about. And by the way, after this show is over with, do not miss at the Covalent TV and their live review of your WWE Monday Night Raw. Join Mr. Starks and Big Dub on at the Covalent TV, approximately 8 to 10 minutes, maybe 15 at the latest after Raw goes off. Those guys are my mentors, and I appreciate them, and I respect them. Two-run home run by Freddie Freeman. 2-0 Dodgers top of 1. Steelers 3-0 over the Giants. And meanwhile, I think this one right here is tied up 1 apiece. I'm not sure, but we're going to put on burger after burger after burger after burger. I'm kidding. Sheamus is one of my guys. He's one of the people that I actually like watching perform in WWE. I remember from back in the day, he used to be one of the guys that would get down there and set the ring up before the show and break it down after the show. And, people thought he was Triple H's boy. But in reality, he was everybody's boy, and he worked his ass off from the ground up to get where he's at. So I, for one, can appreciate what he's accomplished so far. We got a roller. See what we got here. Now, let's get some fights going here. Stiff knee to the forehead. And we're sitting at 24 viewers. Holy crap, I love this. Thank you very much. How many we got on? Oh, we might even have a... I see Williams, T-Blon Williams on Facebook. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Welcome to the show. I'm seeing some new people here. New is good. Welcome to our live Raw Watch Along. I'm just commentating on this, and I'm doing a little bit of critiquing while I'm doing this. All right, Sheamus eats the corner post, and he eats it again. And one more time for good measure, Ludwig Kaiser, so on and so forth, etc., etc. There we go. Surely he's not going for the count out. Kaiser is pretty good. I think he needs a character revamp. I really do. Because one thing I do agree with Mr. Starks on is I like, now he's eating some ring corner here. Oh, oops. He needs to put on about 30 pounds of bulk. He looks like a damn swimmer. Nothing wrong with being a swimmer, but we're doing professional wrestling. He looks like he ought to be lining up for Olympic gold right now for Germany. Just basically, I'm just going to lay that one out there. He looks more like he's got him. That's impressive. Oh, until Sheamus, why did you brain yourself like that? I know that hurt. That hurt me just looking at it. Whew. But no, I mean, I remember back in the day when they actually did videos and stuff of Sheamus setting up the ring, and he wanted to know everything. So to be real, I mean, that's one of the main reasons I've just always been a big fan of Sheamus. Kaiser is really good. I'd like to see him put on about 30 pounds of muscle, if he could put on about 30 pounds of muscle, put a little more bulk on him, and I'm not talking about the roid kind, the kind where you get in there, because right now, like I said, he looks like an Olympic swimmer to me. You know, if I'm telling it like it really is, that's kind of what he looks like to me. But I think he needs a character change. I think the whole thing needs a character change. Because you're just, and it probably appeals to some pocket group. You know, that's why they've got him there. A lot of the WWE superstars appeal to pocket groups. Because it takes all kind to fill the seats. You know, you got your people that like the Wyatt Six. You got your people that like the Bloodline. You got the people that like the Judgment Day. You got the people that like Sheamus. You got people that like Imperium. You know, they've got enough stuff out there. They've thrown enough spaghetti at the wall, and apparently a lot of it's sticking. So what we're going to do right here, if you'll give me about 1 minute, I'm going to take a break with them because I've got to reset one thing here on one side to get everything going correctly. So I will be back roughly in about 1 minute to a minute and a half. And we're back. I think we're on the last commercial anyway. I got everything fixed. I got some stuff going out there now, so at least I know everything's functioning properly. And once again, while we're on a commercial break and we're waiting for the action to pick back up, just a quick reminder, Freshen Up Energy and Cosmic Snacks are our official partners for this show, and they're the official partners for the television channel and the official partners for a surprise that I got coming at the end of November. It's coming. Just keep tuned, stay tuned. I promise you're going to love it. I promise you're going to mark out. That's all I got to say. We got something coming big. It's very big. So I'm excited about that part as well. We're back in the ring now, and we've got Kaiser, who has the upper hand on Sheamus. Let's see here. Sheamus gets him. Oh, backbreaker. Let's see here. There we go. Axe handle chops. Axe handle chops. He makes the best use of those things, too. He seems to know when to put them in the ring. Oh, he missed the brogue kick and went over the top rope. Whoopsie. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. He's got to quit doing stuff like that. It's too predictable. All righty. And I'm not going to give the crowd a hard time tonight because, as I understand, they're filming a couple of them tonight. This is tape delayed, so on and so forth. Apparently, we're doing another production tonight with the Evolution, the Women's Evolution, popping off today, too, as well. Same arena, Hershey, Pennsylvania. So I'm kind of curious as to what we're going to see for the rest of the show out of the women's side. And of course, they're definitely pushing the show, the Saudi show, Crown Jewel. I will probably be covering that one on a live stream as well. I'll probably be live watching that one. And we'll probably have a review of that one during the show. Like, I'm giving a little bit of a review while we're doing this. I think Sheamus was trying to get white noise off from a very, very high focal point. Uh-oh. One power bomb to go. Thank you for playing. And here's a big boot for your trouble. 2 count. Yeah, that ain't enough to put him away. I mean, in all seriousness, what were you thinking, dude? That ain't enough. That ain't good enough. Come on now. And of course, don't forget tomorrow they're doing speed on Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it today. Now they're both down on their knees, getting ready to have a fight. I think Sheamus is starting to get all Sheamusy. Wow. One of those will stop your heart if you ain't careful. Oh, insecurity. Oh, another big high knee. Bro kick. Game over. And that's game over. Bro kick. Finished it off. What are y'all thinking about Lillian Garcia doing the ring announcing now? Just out of curiosity. What are y'all thinking? Let me get some chat from that. Let's find out what we're thinking on that one. Something I've been thinking about here too, something that keeps kind of coming back to me on this one. Why are they not booking Sheamus and Braun Breaker? To me, that would be a good match. That'd be a good series. Give me 1 second. There we go. Yep, sounds right. She wants her gold back. That is correct. Hey, you're going to have to kill her to stop her. There you go. Like, comment, share. Let's get this numbers up here. We got Jimmy and Jay walking in backstage looking all chummy and stuff. They're going to run into Sami Zayn, and that's how we're going to pick Sami Zayn up. Uh-oh. 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 Now Sami Zayn's going to try to talk him out of joining the bloodline. Sammy's trying to be the voice of reason here. He's not on anybody's side. Yeah, don't get involved. That'll work. And we're sitting on 27 viewers right now. Thank you very much. And Jay just told Sammy once and for all, you are not family, which is actually true. I wonder what I wonder what it would be like if I don't have to wonder. I know what they're aiming for. They got 3 more weeks, 4 more weeks to put all this together. And of course, we're getting a recap of Halloween Havoc last night. I may or may not be covering NXT the same way tomorrow. I may or may not be, but if not, I'm definitely doing Friday Night Dynamite. Live and in living color. Already got the programs out. You'll start seeing that coming in. Zarya. There we go. And the fact of the matter, what we were talking about earlier, let's see here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Catherine. They should have been training somebody, but the deal is I always say one thing and I stand by this. Don't ever be too good at your job, because if you're too good, you're not going to be promotable. And I know that sounds bad, and I know people are like, oh no, this never happens. Of course it happens. If Bubba shows up to NXT tomorrow night, I'm definitely not covering it. That's all there is to it. And I stand by what I said last night. Scott D'Amore needs a refund on MLP for the weekend, because Bully worked that NXT show last night with the energy he should have been working MLP. That's the and that's not hating on him or anything. I paid for the pay-per-view and I watched the whole thing. And the matches were really, really good except for his. Night one, he sat there and berated some lady to death, some ring announcer I'd never seen before. He berated her into the point where it's like, I'm sitting there watching it with my head in my hands. I'm like, well, welcome to the business, lady. That's the best thing I had to say to her. And then he worked soft. Him and Jinder worked really soft. I've seen pillows get hit harder. I'm dead serious. I'm not even playing. And that's not, once again, I'm not shitting on it. It just is what it is. That's what they say on Covalent TV, observable fact. I watched the show, and both shows I kind of felt like he sucked the energy out of the building. Then he shows up last night. Not only does he bury those guys, because they're buried. I mean, there's just no other way around it. He got the golden shovel out and buried both of them. But on top of all that, he actually worked like he was in his 30s and not in his 50s. So I'm kind of curious how they pulled that off in the first place. And like I said, if I'm Scott D'Amore, I'm hot. I'm angry. Because I'm sure Scott paid for something that he just didn't get. There's nothing, I mean, like I said, if that's the business Bully wants to do, he can do it. But I'm going to call it out every time. And I don't really care. He's been kind of generous to AEW here lately, but we all know that's subject to change. If anything starts going sideways with AEW and he can grift it, he'll grift it. And that's fact. Now, I don't care how he likes it. I don't care if he likes it or don't like it. Facts are facts. So, but I mean, the reality of it is I have a feeling he is showing up tomorrow, and I have a feeling, an intricate feeling, that he's going to be part of that 2300 show. And it's like you said, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier here, literally on Facebook a couple minutes ago, right before I got on the show. And he was like, Tommy Dreamer is available. Sandman is still reasonably coherent and available. And Rob Van Dam is available. Why would you go with such a polarizing person to push your show? Because it's the one thing Bully excels at, is being polarizing. So, I mean, that's for real. Give me 1 second here. I got a text. My son's out in the field. Got to take a look, make sure that ain't him. Okay, yeah, that. There we go. Now we've got Gunther. Now I gotta give Gunther a shout out on this. His promo abilities are getting better. I don't know if he's practicing on it or what, but he's definitely getting to where he can hold a coherent sentence, and that's 90% of the battle right there. That really is. That's 90% of the battle. Let's see here. All right. Obviously, we're going to have a face to face on SmackDown this Friday. All right. So now Gunther says he's most definitely going to choke Cody out. That would be interesting because the World Heavyweight title's been treated like a secondary title. I don't know if they're trying to make that belt a little bit more prestigious by Gunther doing all this. We got our three-way tag team match coming up here. Now we got LWO coming out first. One fall? Oh, never mind. She's in the game. Zelina Vega's going to get a match tonight. Now that's something different. I'm happy with that. What do I think about that info? I think WWE told TNA that they're not doing it, and I didn't think they wanted AJ Styles in the same company as the ones that were being inducted. I think if it had been an AJ Styles solo, they might have gone along with it, but I'm not 100% sure on that one either. But where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, here's the thing, Catherine. I'm going to tell you this right now. Before all this Samantha brouhaha blew up, I just minded my own business one night, and I noticed there was a black hole there for Samantha Irvin. I went and looked, and she had cleaned out all of her social media part up there, cleaned out all the thirst photos, the whole 9 yards. And I messaged Mr. Starks. We were chitty chatting about this. I said, "What do you make of this?" I said, "Do you think she's getting ready to pack it in?" And he said to me, "Where there's smoke, there's fire." So what I think about that is, I think that what we had been discussing in regular shows on Covalent TV about what WWE's intentions are with TNA, I think they're starting to come to fruition right now. Because you notice Jordan Grace dropped the title to, I'm not even going to try her name, Masovich. She dropped the title to her, and that was just out of left field. Slamovich, I'm sorry, Slamovich. Um, I think, I think the breadcrumbs are definitely there. Hey, we got 30 viewers, man. Thanks, guys. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. I think the breadcrumbs are there, and I think based on the information that we got from the attempt to work with RevPro, I think it's pretty obvious what they're really getting ready to do. But I'm gonna hold on to that because, see, like, I knew Samantha Irvin was leaving fairly soon. Soon as I saw that profile dump that she did, that profile scrub, I knew she was going. Me and Mr. Starks talked about it, and here she up and left. Now, my thing about it is, I think with them refusing to let AJ Styles go over, I think that's a signal that they're getting ready to dismantle TNA. I believe they're sending a signal, and they've got their lackeys out there trying to explain it away right now. That's how I feel about it. Meteora from the side there's Zelina Vega looking like a $10 bill in a room full of $5 bills herself. Let's see here. Yeah, that was good. Ivy Nile took it well too. I'm surprised. Sometimes those meteors down on the floor right there can result in, oh, I don't know, a separated shoulder. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we Grace has a foot out the door, but her contract technically isn't up until the end of next year. So either there's going to be some contract tampering, which we know never happens. I mean,
It never happens in the WWE.
But I could see Anthem selling TNA to TKO too, but they took the title off of her to put it on Slamovich just to move it around to get her to the Rumble, because I think she's heading to the Rumble right away, and they don't want her taking the TNA title to the Rumble. They want her just bringing Jordan Grace to the Rumble, and that's it. Same thing with Joe Hendry. Somebody made a point the other day, and I don't consider the NXT title. I mean, I don't consider the NXT title a world title, but some WWE fans do. And I saw an interesting post that Joe Hendry is the first person in the modern era to vie for two titles on two different promotions, on two different shows, on two different. One of them's a pay per view, one of them's a premium live event. You've never seen that, and I did the research. They're absolutely correct. I mean, they have probably pushed Joe Hendry as far as they can push him. Let me see what I got here. I got 3 texts here. I need to take a look at stuff. Let's see here. Give me just 2 seconds here. We're on commercial anyway. All right. There we go. We're looking at 33 viewers. Now that's what I'm talking about. The numbers are going up. I like it. I like it. I like it. As Booker would say, I like it. But it is I think the writing's on the wall. I think the writing's on the wall. I think Anthem is flat done with TNA. They've done as much as they can do it. TNA has outperformed itself twice. Now the only question is when does it go downhill? But I don't understand what the parts are they're going to buy from TNA that they don't already have in WWE. See, that's the part that I'm trying to wrap my mind around, because they're saying that they're going to buy it, they're going to scrap it for spare parts and then just incorporate the rest of it. I don't know what's there to incorporate. They don't have Scott D'Amore, so they can't hook him into a contract and lock him down so he can't go be creatively somewhere else. I mean, that doesn't exist. Scott's gone. That was the only other marketable commodity that TNA had, was Scott D'Amore. Although I've got to say, after that MLP show, I'm not understanding that love either. But there's something to it, and TNA fans are with it. Mr. Starks thinks something of it. I just didn't see the Scott love. I mean, I spent the $30. I watched the 2 days. I did what I challenged myself to do every time, and I gave it a critical watch. I just don't see the booking style. I mean, I saw what he's trying to do from day 1 to day 2. I don't think it translated on the big screen like he thought it was going to translate on the big screen. Plus, like I said, you had Bully there just sucking the oxygen completely out of the pay-per-view. So, I mean, I would like to see another. Maybe I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna watch one more, and if it turns out like that, I'm gonna declaratively state I don't see love. I mean, if it turns out the same way as that other show, because I'm getting ready to start booking some stuff myself, and I'm spending like hours and hours and hours. I let a little bit of it out the bag. I've spent hours today just thinking of one match. I'm putting everything I got into it so that it will be good. Well, I mean, the tape library, they've already got most of it except AJ Styles. The other work from the other folks in TNA, especially during that Dixie Carter era, oh my God, some of that stuff was just like must not see TV. That's why they dumped and had to start all over again. Anyway, we got Zelina Vega working her ass off in here. And of course, we're doing some little hijinks, little antics here and there. Now we're going to have the Creed brothers and LWO. We're going to get into it on the sideline. There's your distraction to keep the match going. But anyway, I mean, like Ivy Niles in there working her ass off, Zelina Vega's in there working her ass off. They're actually telling a pretty good story in the ring here. But I mean, I know that's what they always would say. Well, we're going after the tape library. The only thing that TNA has that they need is the AJ Styles footage. Anyway, Ivy Niles just closed this match out of nowhere. I mean, she just clocked Zelina Vega pretty hard there. I think she hit the reset button, as I like to say. She hit the reset button on full and didn't even hit pause. But this American-made thing, I'm kind of hoping runs its course here in the next 2 to 3 months. If we get that, then I think we could have a legitimate tag team division. There you go. Jimmy's just going to talk to him, all right? So we're going to see a Sammy beat down here fairly soon. Oh, here we go. Seth freaking Rollins making his way to ringside, I'm guessing. And we're going back to commercial again. I don't understand how WWE sustains its numbers going to commercial break at 5 of the hour, because right now is when you're trying to work it. I don't understand. You know, they used to have a format that ran action over the overrun between 95 and 0 or 55 and 05. Just a thought, just an observation. You know, it's not a big deal. Just pointing that out. We'll be right back in just a minute here. I got one thing I got left to do here, and then I will be back for the duration of the show. At least if they don't have any more political ads, but I'm feeling one coming, and you guys know the format by now. If there's political ads coming, I'm going to blank out the screen for a minute until they get over with, so I don't say something I'll regret. So, I mean, seriously, some of these political ads, they get me hyped up more than they should, and I'm working on that. But I'll be right back here literally in about 1 minute. Okay, maybe we're not going to have any political ads this time, so I'm back. I'm back like a snack attack, I guess. I don't know. Speaking of snacks, Cosmic Snacks. If you want to relax, get you some Cosmic Snacks. Available at your favorite retailers everywhere. So that's not too bad, is it? And when you really, really need to pick me up and you need something natural, not synthetic, anything, freshen up energy. I drink it, you should too. And I actually do drink it. I just don't show the cans on television. Not yet, at least. So we're working towards it. I will say that one of the things that I like to do is compare and contrast the commercials. It seems to me like WWE has picked up a few extra advertisers, but so is AEW. Did you see all that AEW commercial set they had running? For those folks that do watch AEW, I mean, I'm not saying go watch it. I just happen to like it as well. I like it enough that I'm going to do a show about it on Wednesday. But I'm definitely probably taking tomorrow night off for several reasons. Number one is to rest my voice because I did Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and now I'm here on Monday, and I need to take a day off at least to rest my voice, so we probably will not have an NXT watch along. I'll watch the product, but, I may do a quick review when it's over with. Just do a 35, 40-minute review, something to that effect, something short, something sweet, direct and to the point, where we cover it and I can just get in, get out, and I don't have to worry about losing my voice marking out over something, because I definitely want to be ready for Wednesday. And I think Friday's going to cook pretty well going in there as the go-home show for Crown Jewel and so on and so forth. Here comes the man, the myth, the legend, the visionary, the revolutionary, the machinary, if you will. Seth freaking Rollins is into his house. And he wants you to burn it down. While we're burning it down, like, comment, share. As you can see, I'm definitely answering comments when I see them, so I don't see the point in not doing it. You're cheating yourself. I mean, in all seriousness, you're cheating yourself. See here. Got to bring up the old Facebook thing again here. There we go. And we're back. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see what old Seth Boy's got to say here. Seth freaking Rollins en route to his match with Bronson Reed. Live on Crown Jewel. Start time 1 p.m. Eastern. Just in case you thought you were going to miss it, you're probably not going to miss it. I'm still trying to get over that daggum. I'm still trying to get over that daggum Crown Jewel belt. Hey, we're sitting on 36. We picked up a few. Let's keep it going. Let's see if we can get to 40. Come on, let's push for 40. I'm not greedy. I'll take 40. Yeah, Seth Rollins has toned down his outfits, but it's not a pay-per-view, or a PLE, I'm sorry. It's not a premium live event. So, yeah, I think he's toned it down for this a little bit. He's a visionary. He's a revolutionary. He says he's on the hunt for a monster. I'm not sure he wants to find this monster, but we'll see. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. The only thing that I really hope the most for Seth Rollins is he's not coming back too early. If we could get it where he's not coming back too early. I mean, if we could get Seth Rollins from like 5, 6, 7 years ago, I'd be down for that. I really would. I'm not even joking. I think him and Bronson Reed would cook. Uh-oh. 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 Are we going to get a parking lot brawl? Are we going to get a parking lot brawl? Are we going to get a parking lot brawl? Don't move, big man. Yeah, we're going to get a parking lot brawl. Wow, he takes off one blue shirt to show his next blue shirt. Now the question is, does he take off? Oh, he only had 2 blue shirts on. Somebody needs to dress this man. That's all I got to say. I mean, I get having a t-shirt on underneath and all that stuff, but having an identical, he's letting his hair down. Shit's about to get real. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Uh-oh. And here we go. Parking lot brawl part 2. Nope, security's not going to break them up. Tell you what's going to break them up, the hood of that 300 right there is what it looks like is going to break them up. Or is that a 200? I'm lost. Oh, he got him up there high enough to get kicked in the head. Here we go. Yeah, if that ponytail's coming down, shit's about to get real. Uh-oh, he's got him. He's got him. Oh, big stomp, curb stomp on the hood of a Chrysler. Could they have at least made him anything other than a hood ornament with some Nike Air Jordans from my day on? 3-0 Dodgers, top of the third. Can we just agree that they're going to wrap this thing up pretty damn quick and get it over with? I'm hoping I don't want it to go 7 games. Oh, wait a minute. Bronson Reed has recovered. Oh, super kick. Now, see, there you go. That's what I'm talking about right there. It would have been cuter, though, if he'd have picked up one of the security guys and lawn darted him at him. I would say that. If he threw one of those guys like a lawn dart, that would work. Oh, hello. Garbage cans. Oh my goodness, if we got weed eaters, now that would make something right there. Come on, let's get jiggy with the toys. Come on, let's see some toy action here. Pause. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Death Valley driver through whatever the hell that was back there. Adam Pearce about to, his stress levels are about to rise astronomically because we don't know if our event is ruined now. All right, time for Seth Rollins to take a trip to the local medical facility. Oh, yeah, he might have broken ribs after this one, and we're back to commercial again. Catherine, am I wrong? Do they not have 2 more matches to work tonight, or am I missing something here? I'm just kind of curious if I'm missing something on that one. I mean, I looked it up best I could, and I've got in front of me what I thought I had. I know they got that tag. Now, they do have 2 more matches. They got the 3-way tag team match, the one that's on the left underneath me if I'm facing the screen. And then they've got Dirty Dom versus Damian Priest, which is, of course, going to go completely without a hitch. Nobody's going to get involved. We're going to have a clean finish. We're going to have all that stuff. It's going to be the main event. It's going to be the go-home show. I got a feeling Triple H may treat us to 6 matches instead of 5. And that was, yeah, we have Dom and we have Priest, but we have that the tag team thing too with LWO, the Viking Raiders, and New Day. Yeah, New Day. Piece of thought on that one right there. I think this is the one where the New Day splits up. They've been slow rolling this thing so much, and this is the last possible attempt. This is the last thing anybody would consider for them breaking up. So that's why I think they're breaking up tonight. I'm just going to leave it like that. I think they come up short, and I have not seen it yet. I know it's tape delayed or something like that because people have been talking about it all day. But just for a second, let's say the New Day get completely squashed out of this thing, and we've got like the Viking Raiders, because I don't think LWO's got what it takes on this one. I mean, the Viking Raiders are a fresh product. The other 2 are just old product, and the way it looks like WWE's been in the mood to book for the last couple of weeks is if I've got fresh product on the screen, that's what I'm pushing. So, I mean, the thing about it is it gets kind of tricky to call matches like that. But what I think we get right here is I think we get the Viking Raiders on a win. I think we get I think we get the Viking Raiders. I think we get the Viking Raiders on a win. And I think we get a breakup of the New Day here. We'll know. We'll know. I don't know if Carrion and Scarlett and AOP are present tonight. I have not seen anything on their social media that suggests they are. But if they're present tonight, that's my working theory for the main event. Oh my God. Are you for real? Oh my God. On a Monday night? I thought they would have taped it earlier. Call me crazy and all, but you know, the only thing now I take that back. Let me take that back here because I don't want to. I don't want to like. I don't want to go too far overboard with this, but they do know it's 10 o'clock, right? It's. I mean, it's just something to think about. Just something to keep your mind wrapped around when you're sitting there going, "Oh no, we're going to tape it starting at 10." So I guess they're going to do the matches after this without all the hyperbole and everything else, and they're just going to infuse the promos and the ring work in. Maybe they've learned how to do it. I don't know because it's doable. I mean, it's totally doable because all you have to do is grab the crowd, loop it, and just loop it over for 15, 20 minutes at a time, and you can actually just put a superstar in the ring with AI, and you can just put the crowd around them. That's the whole thing about it. You can do that now. I've seen people doing that. Not necessarily for wrestling, but I've seen it for a couple of other things too. So I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of that's. I don't know if anybody's told them yet or not, but it's 10 o'clock, man. Some of these folks got jobs. I know not all of them do, but if you're sitting in the front row for a WWE event, you damn sure got a job. You know. Gave him the Death Valley driver through the tables, and Seth is on his way to a local medical facility. Thanks, Joe. Hey, we're over 40. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Like, comment, share. Let's see if we can get to 50. Just curious. We don't have to. Yeah, AEW has done it before. Yes, they have. They have. They've done it before. But see, that's just kind of a thing. I'm not 100% sure that they really want to go to all that work. But I can kind of see how they're going to pull this thing off. Now the AOP and Karrion Kross have beef with the Wyatt Six. You know what? This is a blind leading the blind on this one. I love Karrion Kross to death. Y'all know that. I mean, Catherine, if you don't know, yeah, me and Karrion Kross get along. We vibe. You know, we're good people. I like him. But uh-oh. I don't know if Miz knows what he got himself into, and oh my God. So is R-Truth going to be part of the Alpha Academy? That's the question. And not for nothing, but what in the world done came over her with that outfit? Don't listen to him. I'm going to tell you right now, I think that's going to stick right there. Listen to Snow White and the Two Dorks. Oh, good luck with the Wyatts. Y'all gonna die. That's good shit right there now. What's up, Butch? Oh my God. You know what, Catherine? I don't think they have a damn clue what they're doing with much of anything past the bloodline. I'm just, and it's been like this. NXT was like that last night. NXT, the main event match, and I'm being fair with it. I was doing it from a fan perspective. I'm doing this from a fan perspective too. But the analyst in me went nuts the whole time during the NXT match. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these watch alongs, and then just to get it out of my system, I'm going to do a review if nobody shows up, and I'm going to go through the reviews as an analyst and break it down. Because I'm not the only one that caught a whole bunch of garbage about that last night. I mean, I caught a few things there, and then, if you say something like, well, they botched, oh no, they didn't botch, it was a planned spot. How? You spend 3.5 minutes talking about all the toys you're going to have on this playground match. They don't use a damn one of them. They wind up just using the commentary desk like they normally do. And then you stand there and you wonder why people have questions. I had tons of questions after that. Then they dropped Bully in the middle of it, and Bully literally buried Ethan Page and the British dude. Literally. Like live and in living color, buried both of them. Like live and in living color right there. Just done. And oh no, 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 all that was planned. They're trying to get the 2300, or they say the ECW. They got them saying the ECW show right now. They got them saying the ECW show right now. They got fans saying that shit. That thing couldn't accidentally be an ECW show. I was watching ECW when it first debuted on television. Okay, there are things like that that just I'm really and I'm going to get off my soapbox here because we're going to jump back into fandom here and enjoy these matches. But one day this week I'm going to get on here and I'm going to do a live review, and I'm just going to let it all hang out because I got some stuff to say. I'm just tempering myself. My actual sponsors, I like the energy they use, and I'm trying to keep that energy myself. I really am. I'm trying to keep that energy myself. They're getting them down here. We got LWO in the ring. We got the New Day coming down. No, we don't have LW. Yeah, we got the LWO. We got the Viking Raiders, and we got the New Day. Everybody getting abbreviated entrances here tells me an awful lot. They're just trying to get to this and get it going. So I'm really thinking with him in the black and everything else, they're not even matching on their outfits today. They're matching the logos and things of that nature. But I mean, usually they come out there looking like, what do they call them? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something like that. Now, who should win this match? The Viking Raiders. Who will probably win this match? The Viking Raiders. Yep, dropped my bottle. All right, let's see what we got here. Dragon Lee, trying not to eat the pin. Okay, this is a little bit different because they got one member of all three teams in here, so we got a fatal three-way here. We had a fatal three-way, now we've got a fatal one-way. It's over. Yeah, I mean, the absolute dominance, and they need to give these guys a run. They do. I mean, the Viking Raiders need to catch a run. See, this is what we were talking about earlier too. If you've got multiple teams carrying, if you've got multiple individuals carrying titles, I think it would. I think it would improve the merch sales. And the New Day become de facto lawn darts, and they throw them at each other, hitting each other's reset button. Oh yeah, this is yeah. I mean, they're that dominant. They're that dominant. I mean, they're throwing Dragon Lee around like he's a can of soda, or they're at a party and they're tossing a beer to one of their buddies. It is what it is. Viking Raiders are just that dominant, and I never understood in the beginning why they didn't get a push. But instead, they took Valhalla away from them and gave her to the Wyatt Six. So now she's Wyatt Six, and I don't know. That one right there will always be a question that I will always have. I don't think I'll ever catch an interview with Triple H, but if I ever do catch an interview with Triple H, that question stays on my mind. Because I mean, I understand what they were trying to do with a tribute band and all that. I get it. It's a tribute band. But I mean, overall, it didn't make a whole lot of sense to take her away. That tells me they're having a hard time getting Alexa Bliss back in the fold. She done tried this motherhood thing out and being out there doing stuff and playing on Twitter and talking about how the sales rep didn't treat her right. She's already had enough of that stuff she's actually started being like a normal person. I don't know if she wants to get back under that WWE umbrella like that. Hearing what we heard out of Samantha Irvin. Yeah, let me get back to that real quick while we got a commercial going on here. Yeah, I know. Now we're getting the Wheatley commercials for. If you got to push it that hard, I won't even drink it. I mean, I saw it on the shelf the other day, and I thought, well, you know what? If I buy it, maybe the ads will go away. And then I thought to myself, no, the ads ain't going nowhere. And I'm not a vodka guy anyway. If I were, who? Never mind. That's another conversation for another stream, another time. I mean, I'm an 18 to 24-year-old Scotch man myself. I never have been a. And sometimes I treat myself to a bottle of 30, 34-year-old. When I get a little bit of an extra paycheck or something like that, I drop a little extra on the 30, 34-year-old Scotch, get an Oban or something to that effect. Lagavulin, get a Lagavulin 19, something like that. Smoky, like the smoky stuff. I just don't understand vodka in the first place. Never have. But they're so overbearing with this commercial now. It's to the point of, we get it. We know Wheatley is a sponsor. You don't have to run that commercial internally every 20 minutes. People are going to buy it. It's liquor. Yeah, Grey Goose. Grey Goose is good one. I used to sell a lot of that when I ran a bar down in Miami. Grey Goose and Stoli. I tell you what, if you like Grey Goose, try Stoli sometime. And with rum, I have a very good friend of mine down on the coast, and I'll ask him about it and everything else. I might be able to get you turned on to his rum. He just bought into it, and they've been distilling for about pretty close to a year now. He took over as the financial guy for the project, and they've been distilling for about a year. I haven't tried it yet. I'm really not a rum guy at all, but I'll try anything once, twice if I like it. All right, we're back in action here, and Creed is holding his own. Rey Mysterio's eating headbutts like they're McDonald's. I don't know. I don't think. I don't know. But I'm with you. I mean, I've done some spiced rum. I've done some older rum. Did a little tequila for a while, things like that. Tequila was something I started getting into, and then I understood why everybody drinks it. It's too smooth, and I would drink it like water, so I just don't keep it around the house. Let's see here. Basically, this is the Viking Raiders match to lose in the first place. I mean, I said that as soon as I saw the card. I'm like, this is their match to lose in the first place. Hey, we're sitting at 45 viewers. Thank you very much. Let's see here. I mean, it's like they're just inventing ways right now to hurt people. I have no idea who's going to be the hot tag on this. I just know he's happy to be back on television. I'm 100% sure of that. Okay. There's a wake up call. Uh-oh. Rey Mysterio doing Rey Mysterio things. Dragon Lee is killing himself to get back in the ring. Dragon Lee wants the hot tag. And Creed was like, no, I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. Here's double for your trouble. Eat this boot. I don't think, uh-oh. I think he just got his reset button punched in a very serious way. I'm going to say that out loud. That's the quiet part. Yay, we got a tag. Now Kofi's going to do Kofi stuff. Trying to get back into rhythm here. The only thing that bothers me is they put Ray in these crazy ass mismatches, and sometimes he gets lost in the shuffle. Let's see here. Boom drop. All right. Are we going to get trouble in paradise here? Uh-oh. Dragon Lee trying to save the matchup. Kofi's one step ahead of him. Viking Raider dude goes over. And there we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spinning heel kick. Let's see what that comes up with. All right, we're sitting at 46 viewers. Let's see if we can get to 50. I'm not greedy. Let's just try to get to 50. Oh, coming off the top turnbuckle. All right. They're starting to kick it up here. We got one more commercial here. And I think I'm going to take this one with them because they're just hitting the commercials like every 2 minutes now. So I'm wondering what's going on here. Give me just 1 minute. I'll be right back in 30 to 45 seconds. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Y'all want to see a preview for what's coming up in December? Here it comes. Look at that. Oh my goodness, look at what I got going on here. This is what you're going to see all through the month of December. I figure I can show some of the stuff off. I worked on this a little bit today to try to get everything correct. And of course, I've got the Raw thing there and everything else is going on. So I just thought I'd give you a glimpse to see how Christmas is going to shape up for us here. Boom, there it is. Now let's go back to our regular scene, already in progress. One last reminder, if you need to relax, it's Cosmic Snacks. Premium quality CBD gummies at a retailer near you. And I'm going to try this. I hope everybody knows what the word means, but if you want synergy, get yourself some freshen up energy. That's all I got to say about that. And we're sitting at 47. Let's see if we can get to 50. I mean, we're on commercial break here. Outcome of this match, I'm still sitting there with the Viking Raiders because they're fresh and they're new. And best thing I can tell what Triple H is doing this week and last week is if they're new, they're getting pushed. I mean, you saw that with Stephanie and Giulia. And I think Roxanne and Jada could eat the pin. I called that exactly right. I figured if Roxanne was going to eat the pin, it was going to be Stephanie. I didn't see Giulia eating the pin on that one, but she did, and she didn't. So, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff going on. WWE's like, I'm not saying they're booking week to week because we all know, we all saw the video, we all saw how they planned so far ahead. But if they're really listening to the people, you can't plan 6 months from now. Because your crowd may change, your audience may change. And the problem with that is if you don't change with them, you might be changing to a lower venue like they did with NXT. All right, we're back to the action now here. And, of course, the Viking Raiders are still kind of not really dominating now. That wasn't good. Wait a minute, he can't tag you. You got to tag your own partner, dude. So we got Dragon Lee, we got Wholesales, we got 2 hot tags here. Dragon Lee's coming through like a bag. Let's see here. Whoa, he kicked that one up way high in the air. Let's see what we got here. Dragon Lee up to the top rope for about 2 seconds, and then Kofi meets him up at top. And whoa, whoops, whoa. Kofi about to be hung up on the tree of... No, they're not going to do the tree of woe, but he is going to stomp him through the mat. So he's done. Let's see what Dragon Lee can do with this guy. Yeah, not much. Yeah. He did get the DDT on. Now, the question I have here is Austin Creed going to capture his mask? Is that going to happen? Oh, missile drop kick. There we go. Eric breaks up the pin. This is a unique concept, though. Having all 3 guys in the ring leaves open for a lot of distraction, a lot of extra movement. It is what it is. Let's see what they're going to do with Dragon Lee here. The War Raiders. Okay, they're the War Raiders. I knew I'd catch their new name here. What in the world is happening here? There's a punch for you, too. Now, how in the world are you supposed to get help to pull this thing off when you're punching the other guy, too, Kofi? Come on, man. You can do better. Come on. Uh-oh. So we're all going to fight here on the top turnbuckle here for a couple of minutes. Rey Mysterio trying to get involved here. Dragon Lee is going to get that electric chair off no matter how hard. Uh-oh. Hurricanrana and an electric chair simultaneously. And Creed breaks up the pin. And now the big man's in the ring working his way out. I wonder if he's gassed. I mean, it's starting to look like he's gassed out a little bit. Nothing wrong with being gassed out. Been out of action for quite a while. Nothing wrong with that. No shame in that. Let's see what we got here. Mm. I got a feeling, just something in me tells me Dragon Lee's mask is going to come off here at any minute. I don't know why, but they've been selling this angle for a while. Oh, game over. All right, here we go. Everybody's got to get their shit in. We're at the get our shit in moment here. Yeah, I think I called this one right. I'm starting to see it come together now. I think we're seeing the end of the New Day here. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we're definitely seeing the end of the New Day here. We're going to have a double. No, we're going to have 1-6-0. Got him covered. Now we get the 619. Maybe not. All right. What is the reason for this? What is the reason? Okay, I see what the reason is. That's the distraction because they're getting ready to net. Yeah, there we go. And the Viking Raiders win. So I called the match correctly here. I see what they're trying to do now. When I said, what was the point of this? Then I realized it was to get Rey Mysterio out of the picture legit. Now they're going to come through and they're going to win. If this is the point where the New Day breaks up, it was fun to watch them for what, 10, 15 years? Uh-oh. I got to give Woods, yeah. Yeah, this was a distraction just to get Rey Mysterio out of the ring. I see what they were trying to do here. That move, on the other hand, was, I don't know what they call that, but damn. He ain't getting up for the next 6 months on that one. He got his clock cleaned, the reset button, and brand new software, all in the same motion. What do you think? You think we're going to have another title switch like this? What do you think? You think we're going to get a title switch like we did with Motor City Machine Guns? Those are the questions I have. Where's the payoff for this? Are we going to pay it off like that? Guys, I hate to say this, but Joe needs to pick his energy up. You reckon? I knew it. There's your local medical facility. I wish they'd leave that thing alone, man. Come on. Come on. Hey, we got 49 viewers right now. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for hanging out. For those of you that hung out for this whole show, thank you. Thank you very much. You have my undying gratitude at all times. I'm desperately trying to watch this like a fan and not an analyst. Hey, speaking of the Final Testament. Carrying motherfucking cross. I like it when he cuts her. You know what? I will always be a fan. It is what it is. You either like him or you don't like him. There's a lot of people going on about, oh, this is boring and this is that. I actually find his promos a little bit riveting. I really do. I love the AOP. I love Karrion Kross. Got nothing to do with Scarlett. In fact, I intentionally don't respond. I intentionally, because I respect the man so much, I don't bother. If it's something game related, like if it's something wrestling related, I will come under that post and I will talk all day long. I don't respond to pictures. I don't simp. I don't do anything. But I believe in Karrion Kross. And I will die on that hill. I will. I'll die on that hill all day, every day. I think if he had the proper light and the proper push instead of what they keep straddling him with, I think he could definitely do this. I really do. I believe it. We got Damian Priest coming down here. We got our main event. Damian Priest, Daddy Dom. Where is Rhea Ripley, though? Because you absolutely know this match is going to go off clean, no hitches, no interference, but just in case there is, where's Rhea? Where's Rhea at? I know they said they broke up, and I get that. I get that part of it. Let's see here, where are we at? All right. Are we doing another commercial break? Yes, we are, for WrestleMania. We're talking about
WrestleMania.
Yeah. Oh, we're at 52. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Thank you. I'll take it all day long, twice on Sunday. Speaking of which, that Sunday stream still got me thrown off. Last week's, the Friday stream where I did the one with SmackDown. Man, I'm still cheesing about that. We had 114 sustained. We had a total of 142 viewers. We had 114 sustained. I just didn't know how to act. I really didn't. We get numbers like that, guys. I don't know how to act, okay? That's not a bad thing. It's just a saying. It's a Southern saying. I do know how to act. It's just, that's the Southern way of saying thank you. Let's see what we got here. They're setting up for Scare Tactics coming on after Monday Night Raw. While we're on commercial break, I'm going to keep talking about it. Freshen Up Energy. If you want to find synergy, there's Freshen Up Energy. And when you want to relax, it's Cosmic Snacks. Pick them up at your local retailers. Freshen Up Energy right now is direct distributed. That means you can order. I have codes. I don't really care. They pay me anyway. I mean, we're getting advertising dollars. I'm not trying to double dip. But if you want to, they make great partners. The product is really good. They come in a powder. They come in a liquid. They've got a few things coming on. And we spent probably an hour and 15 minutes today hammering out the details of what they expect and what I expect. And in that hour and 15 minutes, which, by the way, if you're talking to the CEO of anything and you get an hour and 15 minutes, you utilize it correctly. You utilize the time that you're afforded. When I went to talk to Triller TV not too long ago, I was like 5 minutes in. He stopped me and just started talking. He's like, no, this is what we're doing. This is how we're going to do it. And you're not in the picture. I appreciate it. Let me check you out in 6 months. Let me see what you look like in 6 months. Let's have it. And you know what? It just wasn't that. He was like out the door and off the phone. I'm good with that. Freshen Up Energy, Jordan took a good bit of time, and we went through all of our questions, all of our expectations. They are a very thorough company. And because they're a very thorough company, and because we don't do the guerrilla advertising that other companies may or may not do, I trust them. So when people ask me, why is it you do, I don't stump for something I don't believe in. I don't just sit here and take money from people to talk to you. It would be better if I could do that, but I can't. I have a conscience and I have a moral compass. So, but I'm telling you right now, the conversation that we had, there is more on the way, and you want to be there when it starts breaking out like that. Plus, they're also having a giveaway this month for a gaming system. And so, they're big on the gaming. So if you're into gaming, they got you. And if you're a content creator and you want to work with them, they got you. And that's what matters to me. They're honest, they're forthright, they're very transparent. He took me basically through a virtual tour of everything mentally. And they are very transparent. I'm very happy to be working with them. That's all I got to say. Great people. You'll hear me talk about it. When somebody's really good, I don't stop talking about it. So let's see what we got here. We're going deep in the north again on the Peacock. So I guess they're pitching, football. Colts and the Vikings. So Sunday night, football night in America, or whatever they're calling it these days, Sunday night football. Colts and the Vikings. Just a little short note there in case you didn't know. If you don't know, now you do know. The Vikings are Sergeant Slaughter's favorite team. If you want to catch Sergeant Slaughter doing basic live tweets, catch a Vikings game. He's very interactive, by the way. Follows me, and he probably follow a few of you guys too. It's not that bad. It's good conversation. And the man knows his football. He's not just a casual fan. All right, Jalen Brunson. Thursday, December 26th. That means Christmas is going to be on a Wednesday this year. Hump day? Anyway. So they're going to run back to Madison Square Garden for their holiday show. And then, of course, World's End, they're coming to you live from Orlando, right down the street from World's End, too. Not real pleased about that. Bad business. It's bad business. I mean, seriously. So, Jey Uso is looking for Sami Zayn. Sami and Solo having a conversation. Yeet. Yeet. 52 viewers in the house. Thank you. We're getting ready for this main event here. Are they going to roll Dom in the 65 or the 65 on dubs or what? Are we getting Dom on dubs or what? That's my question. Are we getting Dom on dubs or what? Might as well be, as he is accompanied by Liv Morgan and the rest of Judgment Day. So let me make sure I got this straight. Dominic Mysterio is going to approach the ring by himself. Now, I'll say this, though. Dominic Mysterio impresses me from a lot of things. Wrestling ain't one of them. The standpoint right now, I think he's improving on his wrestling ability. But he is, whether you like it, don't like it, or whatever, he may not be your cup of tea, but he is the top heel in professional wrestling right now. I think he surpasses heel. I don't even know what you call this. I mean, I don't think he's Four Horsemen getting a police escort out of Greensboro heel yet. For those of y'all that don't know, that's like a real thing there. Dusty Rhodes was running in to help. He's getting an early start here. Never mind. We'll drop the storyline because apparently we're not doing introductions. Dominic Mysterio goes to work right away on Damian Priest. That was fun. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure Dominic's wrestling ability has really, really spiked, but his ability to be a heel, his heeldom is off the freaking chain. I don't know if it's go away heat or nuclear heat. That's the only thing about it because it's different. Town to town, some of it's nuclear heat, some of it's go away heat. There's a combination of both. But this should be, I mean, if we're being real here, if we're being honest with each other, this should be a squash match, but it won't be. Now that they seem to calm down, I'll get back to that real quick. So the Four Horsemen were having some issues with Ivan and Nikita Koloff. And so Dusty Rhodes runs into a cage to save Ric Flair. And then the Four Horsemen get in the cage, lock the cage up, and proceed to kayfabe break Dusty Rhodes' arm. And then they thought they were just going to sashay out of the Greensboro Coliseum. Oh, no, 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 no. They had people with guns physically trying to kill them. You will never get to that level of heat. They had to have state troopers in North Carolina escort them from the Greensboro Coliseum to the Greensboro Airport so they could get the hell out of Dodge. They had people taking shots at their cars. So I don't think you're ever going to get to that level of heat, but the closest thing I've seen to it so far is this kind of response that Dominic gets from the crowd. Now I know part of it's just getting to be like, oh, it's Dom, we're supposed to boo him. You know, I get that part of it. I really do. Oh, come on, y'all could do better. Now, that wasn't bad right there. I think Dom got the worst of that, too. He's still trying to pose and so on and so forth. But I think he got a piece of that one that was pretty bad himself. That one wasn't really bad, though. That was actually a pretty good spot for Dominic. That really was. We're sitting at 55 viewers. What we got over here? Hey, Kawhi. Or Kawal. Sorry about that. I see you over there on Facebook. You can go ahead and chat. We don't bite. I promise. Me and Catherine been having a long conversation all night. Me and Evans, Dorian, whatever it is, Bernal, we had a conversation that lasted with, hey, what's up? And I said, yay, what's up? So, I mean, you know, anybody say what you want to say. I don't mind. I respond to comments. I like comments. Comments help the algorithm. You know, I'm not going to argue. I'm not particularly crazy about needing the algorithm, but, you know, since it's there, we might as well use it. We're all having fun here. By the way, bottom left-hand corner there is a refrigerator that's actually available for Freshen Up Energy. You check it out on their website. They also have mini fridges going out right now, little yellow banana ones. They're really cool. You can keep all your product cold, and if you're doing live stream like I am, you get you a little mini fridge right here, and you just reach in the mini fridge, Freshen Up Energy, and grab a bottle of water here. You know, just keep going, you know. Trust me, I do water for streams. If y'all don't want me on an energy drink trying to do one of these things, I'd be bouncing off the walls. No kidding. Here we are. We're kicking it in there. We got a few more commercials to go through. But, yeah, I mean, that was the whole thing about it. While we're on commercial break, and I know it's not going to be like totally interrupted. The only thing close to what I see for Dom's heat was that night, and I was physically present for that. We all had to stay in the arena until they figured out who all had the guns. I'm not even kidding. It was crazy. Those fans were rabid. That's a big word. But anyway, you understand. You get what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, they needed police escorts just to get to the Greensboro Airport so they get the hell out of Dodge. That's heat. It's unreasonable heat, but that is nuclear heat. So when somebody says, oh, he's getting nuclear heat, I already have seen an event where you actually get nuclear heat, and we required, like, real-life police officers to take care of you. So I know what real heat looks like. I know what nuclear heat looks like. I really do. It's crazy. All right, let's see if we're back. We are back. Let's see who's got the leg up here. I think Dominic. Yeah, from what I can see on the screen on the Tron up there, Dominic's holding his own. Is he trying to get the three amigos? And he's about to eat. Oh. That's the crazy part. Time just kind of flies. The way they work this thing, I didn't realize it, but we only got 7 more minutes left of the show. And I'm figuring, like Catherine said, if they're going to be taping Evolution after this, oh my God, I feel for this crowd. They taped Evolution before that, too, because it was listed for tonight, October 28th. So they taped Evolution. If I'm understanding this correctly, these fans will be in their seats for close to 6 hours. There we go. Damian Priest about to do his thing. 1, 2, not yet. So far, though, we've had a pretty clean match here. I'm kind of shocked. I've got to say, I'm kind of shocked. So we got the headlines here. Why? Seriously, do you guys know? This is a question I've had, and if an honest WWE fan will answer this, that would be great. What exactly do you forget from segment to segment that you need to be reminded of? And don't give me the, well, people are getting home from work. I get that part of it too, but that's what they make a DVR for. Just questions. Just questions. See here. All right, he's calling for the choke slam. Let's see where we get with that. We got 5 minutes left in the show. 5 minutes. Because I've got to believe they're going to run a tight schedule on this thing, because you can't sit there and talk about how long AEW pay-per-views are and then pull this shit off on Friday and then do the same thing again on Monday. Basically, when it's all said and done, WWE will have taped roughly 12 hours of programming in 2 days. So, when it's all said and done. Uh-oh. Right over the announce table, but the announce table has not as of yet been dismantled. Ah, here we go. That clean match I was telling y'all about. Here it comes. Yep, here we go with that clean finish. JD McPez dispenser takes a shot. Carlito Q-Tip gets his head knocked clean off. And now Damian Priest has got a chair and he's cleaning house with it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So is this going to be a thing? Just asking for a friend. Are people just going to walk down there and wear their belts while they're working? I mean, is that going to be a thing? It's kind of curious because, you know, LA Knight worked that match mostly with his title around his waist. Is that going to be a thing? Oh, I know there's going to be fuckery in the match. Here it comes right now. I mean, that's the start of it. And he gets the 3 count. Holy shit. They let Dom Mysterio go over. Oh my God. Oh my God. Razor's Edge. You get more than that out of me. You get a baseball bat out of me. Yep, that's your winner. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cheer him up, brother. Cheer him up. There you go. He'll win the battle, but he'll lose the war. So we're going to get 2 more minutes of him getting beat to death with a chair. Is that what we're going to get? Maybe Finn Balor will get his butt down here. I mean, that's 5, 6 good solid chair shots right there. I got to give it to him. Hey, we're still sitting at 57. Before this show comes to a conclusion, I definitely want to remind you right after this show here, within about the next 10 to 15 minutes tops, at the Covalent TV, we'll be here with your facts, data, and statistics. And they bring out a really good show. I'm telling you right now, the format is off the chain. I got hooked watching them a few months ago, and they actually are the ones that convinced me that I could actually do this. So you know what? They're kind of my mentors as well. You know what? Watch it with a grain of salt. Listen to what they got to say. Don't just tune out because they're saying shit you don't like. Pay attention to what they got to say and so on and so forth. But definitely, they're going to be coming up in 10, 15 minutes after this show here, which, of course, is brought to you once again, Freshen Up Energy and Cosmic Snacks. If you want to find synergy, get Freshen Up Energy. If you want to relax, it's Cosmic Snacks. We're coming to the end of the show here, and like I said, and a choke slam for your trouble. Are we going to get Finn Balor Club? Are we going to get Finn or not? I mean, he's beating him like a government mule already. I don't know if Dom even knows which way's up. His reset button's hit so many times he might start speaking Swahili. Seriously. I mean, he just literally been locking people up on this one here. I don't know. I don't think we're going to get Balor out of this. And it is 10 o'clock here, so we're about ready to shut this one down, and they're about ready to shut that one down. Just want to say thank you. We got 58 viewers here. Thank you very much. Y'all have been awesome. I am enjoying this. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you thought in the comments. Tell me what you said. Leave a post. Do something. Tell a friend to tell a friend. But as it stands right now, I'm going to get ready for the next show here, and I appreciate all of you, and I just want to say good night, America, wherever you are, and we'll see you on Wednesday for Fright Night Dynamite. Take care.